caught me recording rhythm guitar for the next album with the new amp. Not this one, that one. Hi, David Rallman here, and this is my new Joyo Zombie amp. Zombie is part of a series of small amps that Joyo released, part of the Bantamp series of amps, and each of these amps aims to replicate the tone of another amp. Now these amps are tiny, as you can see, but everything that you heard here playing through this new Vola Aries guitar, thank you Vola for letting me borrow this, was going through this amp, the Joyo Zombie. The Zombie can be connected to a cab, of course, just like any traditional tube amp. It is a tube amp. There is a tube in there, a 12AX7. The amp is currently connected to the Two Notes Torpedo Studio, which simulates cabs. And straight out of the box, without any other processing, this is the kind of sound that you're getting. Exactly the type of sound that is useful when you're double tracking heavy guitars, intricate rhythm parts, where you want the clarity of the notes. You don't want something super muddy, but you still want to be able to distinguish the notes of a complex chord, but want to maintain that super heavy gain sound that is proper to instrumental hard rock or progressive rock or metal, those kind of things. Now the amp does have a clean channel that is also very usable. It's probably not what most musicians would get this amp for. They have other mini amps and their Bantamp series that are more suitable maybe for cleans, but this will give you the classic modern American clean sound that you would find again in Mesa Boogie amps. The clean has a lot of body. It's discreet, yet very usable, especially with pedals. You can really craft your sound, and this is almost like a blank canvas. With that type of clean, you can go in a lot of different musical territories. But again, I really think where this amp really shines is on the second channel. Tons and tons of gain. Right now, the gain is all the way up. I can get into blues territory if I decrease the gain a little bit here. We'll go to 12 o'clock. The tone is also at 12 o'clock. Let's decrease that gain even more. This is kind of a breakup, crunch type of sound. Now, this amp is dry as bone. There's nothing on there. Add some pedals, you get a fantastic tone. We're going to add a little bit of delay maybe, and I think that's all we need. Maybe a little verb. Let's give that a try on the clean channel and the lead channel. Here's the clean channel with a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay. We'll switch to the second channel or create a lead tone. Same thing, a little bit of reverb, a little delay. Controls are very easy. We have the power on and off switch right here. Channel switch right here, clean, overdrive, gain, tone, volume. There's no EQ in there. It's not like this amp where you have all the different types of EQs, and that's really the main difference between this, as far as the tone goes, and that. The Bantamp, the Zombie, is basically one or two awesome settings that you would get in something like this, in a Mesa Boogie type of amp. I would say that this is comparable to maybe the heavy side of a Mark IV amp, Mesa Mark IV. And it's got a tube in there. You can kind of see the spark shining in there, right? It's got a single tube. The power amp is solid state. That's probably why this is so affordable. You also have a Bluetooth switch right here, which allows you to basically stream your MP3s or backing tracks from the phone. This is a cool little additional feature, but this truly shines, I think, in a recording setting, or you don't have much space. The speaker out, 8 ohms. We also have headphones, so you can practice silently here if you want to. And an effects loop. Seriously guys, don't get fooled by the size of this thing. This is an incredible tool for the studio and for band practice. Now, fun fact about the Bantamp models, they all have their names. This is the Zombie, and the MB of Zombie is bolder. That gives you a clue as to what this amp aims to replicate. MB, Mesa Boogie, and they all have different names, and that's kind of how you can figure out, and you can really hear it with that, especially with that second channel. Love it. I really recommend this if you're after this kind of tone. If you want something very simple, especially in the studio, I think it's such an awesome tool. Just go through a couple cab simulators. I'm using the 2 notes here, but you can use, there's different software. I recommend the Torpedo Studio. It's awesome, but there's other options out there. Check it out. I love it. I will most likely be using this for all the rhythm guitars of the next project, Deep Inside the Mind Resurrection, which I'm actively working on. I'll tell you more about that soon, but thank you for watching this video. You should subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my other reviews, and most importantly, this is what this channel is known for, guitar lessons. This channel aims to help guitar players like you, whether you're a weekend warrior band guy or a studio guy or someone who just wants to play on the weekends. This channel aims to help guitar players like all of us find our voice on the instrument, develop it to tell our own musical personality. That's what this is all about. Joyo Bantamp Zombie model. I love it. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Practice well.